In this video, we'll review how to manually create a case. The first thing I would want to do is search for the student I'm going to create the case for. Here in the global search, I'm going to type in the last name of the student and put a star at the end so that my search results is more defined, and click enter. Here, I see that the student I want to send this to is Adam Trainer. I'm going to click on Adam Trainer's name to open his record. From within Adam's record, I'm going to scroll down, hover over cases, and choose New Case. If I have multiple roles in the system, I'm going to select whichever record type would be appropriate for my role. In this example, I'm just going to click Continue. I can see here that the student's name populated because I'm building this case off of their contact record. Anything with a red bar is a required field. However, there are several fields we would like to complete to capture some essential data. When it comes to the functional group, I'm going to select My Functional Group. In this example, I am part of the College of ASU Training. I'm also going to select the category or the team that I am associated with. If I happen to have subcategories, I would identify them here. I can see that the status of my case is new because I'm creating a new case. For the priority, I can select as high or normal. In this example, I'm going to choose normal. In affiliation, I'm going to identify what affiliation this individual has with ASU. In my particular example, Adam Trainer is a student. Then I want to identify the origin. How did this interaction take place? Did this student send you an email? Was it an incoming phone call? Or did they come and see you in person? For this example, I'm going to select they sent me an email. Next, you'll want to identify what campus you are currently located. I'm currently located at the Tempe campus. That's where the service is taking place. In an effort to help my recruiters, I would identify if this case was potentially related to recruitment so they can do any additional follow-up with this student. Now I'm going to skip down to the subject line and description. Here, I don't need to have a lot of detail. What I want to keep to are the facts. So I'm not going to use any abbreviations, any acronyms, and I'm going to spell everything out so that when the student sees this on my ASU Service Center, it's clear and factual. So here I'm just going to put in what I discussed or the interaction I had with the student. Oftentimes I will copy and paste this information into the description. If there was any additional information, I could notate that here, such as that I will follow up with the student via email once the task has been completed. At this point, I'm ready to save my case. But I have a couple of options when it comes to saving my case. If I have more follow-up, I'm going to choose Save. Like in my example, I told the student I was going to follow up via email, so I would want to choose Save. However, if I'm just logging this interaction and there is no follow-up needed, I would choose Save and Close. Save and Close means that you are going to save this record and close your case. In other words, it's resolved. Save and New would allow you to save the current record you're on, and it will bring up a new blank template for you to create an additional case. You also have the ability to check your spelling or cancel this case. I'm going to choose Save this case. Once I have saved my case, it brings me back to the case feed where I can write a post, send an email, or attach a file. At this point, I have the ability to write internal additional notes that anybody reviewing this case might need to know about. These notes will not be seen by the student unless they contact the provost office. Or I have the option to tag or @mention a colleague if I want to collaborate. To tag using the @ symbol and typing in their name, I'll select my colleague either by clicking on their name in the dropdown or my tab key. Then I can write my colleague a message so that we can collaborate. Once I have my note in my post, I can share it. My colleague will now receive an email letting them know that I want to collaborate with them. Now that I have completed my post and collaborated, I'm ready to send an email to the student. To send an email, I'm going to click Email. I'm going to verify that it says the student's name here and that the from is coming from my alias. Then I'm going to come down and select my template by opening the folder for my functional group and double-clicking or clicking on the template that I'm wanting to use for this email. Now that I have my template, I'm going to go ahead and start filling out the body of my email. I may even use quick text. To instigate quick text, I'm going to do 2 semicolons, a keyword, and double click on the item I want to be in my email. Now that I'm ready to send my email, I'm going to click Send Email. I'll be able to see that the email was sent and all updates for this case. At this point, I'm ready to close my case. I'm going to click on the case details icon, and I'm going to choose Close Case. My status will be Closed Resolved, and I'm going to leave my functional group and category as is, and click Save. I will now see that the status of my case has been changed to Closed Resolved. At this point, I want to get back to the main service console so that I can continue working the cases in my case list view. The fastest way to get back to the main service console is to click this drop down in the upper right corner and select Close All Primary Tabs. That concludes this video on how to manually create and work the case.